Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kiara and I have my own crochet business. So all of my videos are crochet business related, and I am so happy to be making this video right now because this video is going to be my first ever event of 2025. So I'm so excited to bring you guys along with me to the event, my first event of the year, and I'm really excited. So just like all the events I've done in the past that I've made a video for, I will be showing you guys the market prep that I need to do for this specific event, and I will of course be bringing you guys along with me to the event itself, and I will try to update you guys over there as much as I can, and then I will do a sales breakdown at the end, and I will tell you guys everything I sold and just how much money I made and all the good details that everybody wants to know. So I brought you guys to so many events last year, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am to be coming to another event with me, and there's going to be so many events this year again, and I will bring you guys along with me every single time. So definitely stay tuned to see all of those other events. This is just the start of the year. So this specific event is a winter festival that my neighborhood has every year. I did it last year and I did a video on that event, so feel free to go watch it if you want to. You might have to scroll down a little bit because it was a year ago and I've posted a lot of videos since. But anyways, so it's a winter festival. It's not super long, so the festival itself is going to be running from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and it is tomorrow. So right now it's Friday afternoon-ish. And it's going to be, the winter festival is going to be tomorrow, Saturday, from 1 to 4 p.m. So it's not like a super long event, but it is outside, and I live in Canada, so it's cold. There's a lot of snow, and I've been keeping an eye on the weather. It just keeps getting colder, but I'm going to be there. I hope that a lot of other people show up too. Last year it was very cold also, and the person that organized it, that organizes it every year, last year they said it wasn't as busy as it normally is because it was so cold last year. And so I don't know if it's going to be the same situation this year because it is going to be pretty cold, but we'll see. It's going to be nice and sunny though, at least. So it's going to be cold, but it's going to be nice and sunny. So for outdoor events, I normally bring my tent, and I just think it looks more like professional, things like that. But for this event, I don't bring it. Like, I didn't bring it last year either. I did ask, the organizer last year if I could bring it, and they said, I guess you could, but I don't know, they didn't seem too, keen on me bringing a tent. So anyways, last year I ended up not even putting it up because it was the same situation as this year, I guess, that it was so cold, but it was sunny out, so I was like, oh, well, it's even better if I don't put the tent up because then at least, yes, I'm cold, but I can take in the sun. So that's what I'm going to do this year, tomorrow. I'm not going to bring my tent, but I will be bringing 2 tables and my little rack display thing that I put beside my tables. So I'm going to have plenty of room to display all my plushies. And I won't put a tent because it's just going to be so cold and I would like to get some sun to kind of warm me up a little bit. But if it was going to be snowing or something, then I would have had to put a tent because I can't get my plushies wet. But it's not going to snow, it doesn't look like it, so we should be good. So I'm going to start this the way I always do. So it starts with market prep. But first, I always like to show you guys everything I crocheted, I guess, in the past week. Just everything that I have to get ready for this event. I'm not exactly sure if this is everything I crocheted in the past week. I did do a video last weekend of everything I crocheted while away for a weekend, so you can go watch that if you like. So I showed you guys everything I crocheted that weekend, so that's not going to be in this video because I already put price tags on all those items. And my parents were visiting here. I went away for the weekend with them last weekend, and they were here, so I sent them about $1,300 of inventory because my mom's going to be doing an event for me where she lives, And I don't know, my dad didn't seem to think I had to send so much inventory. He said like $1,000 worth of inventory shouldn't be more than enough, but I sent a little bit more just in case. So of course that's all out of my market inventory here, but it's still my inventory, I guess, just not here. But anyways, so I believe I did all of that. Monday is when I got all the inventory to send with my parents ready. And that's when I put price tags on everything that I crocheted the previous weekend. So I think that everything I'm going to be showing you guys is everything I crocheted since like last Tuesday, which is still a lot of stuff. So I will show you guys all of that. So this is in no particular order. Like, I'm not showing you guys this stuff in the order that I made it, not that it would matter. But anyways, so we will start with a giant jellyfish. I made a giant jellyfish. I didn't like sell one recently or anything. I didn't even have events recently. But I did send one in the inventory for my mom because I wanted her to have a big plushie for the event that she's doing. So I sent her a giant jellyfish. So I made another one. I just freehanded this guy, but yeah, they're actually pretty fun to make, although they do take a lot of time and a lot of yarn. But I really like the colors, so yeah, I really like this one. And I have a snake. He has eyes right here. They're like snake eyes. Again, I just freehanded this guy. I think this yarn is like perfect for a snake. I freehand most of my stuff, so I will tell you guys if it's not freehanded. If it's not freehanded, it's my own pattern. But if I don't say anything, just assume it's freehanded. So yeah, I have the snake. I sent quite a few snakes with my mom in the inventory that I sent her because she said in the past events that she did where she lives, snakes were a pretty good seller because a few times a year I send her a bunch of inventory and she does certain events where she lives for me. And so we tried to decide together what I should send with her, what I should keep here, kind of based on what sold last year in the events she did for me, but it's just hard to know. Like, there's absolutely no way to know what's gonna sell, but we just tried to decide, okay, well, these sold well last year, let's try to send a few. So I sent her quite a few snakes because they sold pretty well last year for her. Next, I have this octopus made with acrylic yarn, just freehanded, super cute. These sell well for me sometimes. Like, I find these are really a hit or miss for me. Sometimes I'm going to sell all of the ones I have at one event, and then I'll make a bunch more because I sold all of them, and then I'll go like multiple events without even selling one. But anyways, I have a few in my inventory, and I just decided to make another one in this color. So yeah. And I have this elephant. No, there's not just fluffs on it. That's the yarn. It's like burnout blanket confetti or something like that. The yarn is just made like that. This is my own pattern that is on my Etsy and coffee shop. These elephants sell pretty well for me. They sold very well for me last year, but unfortunately I had to kind of raise the price a little bit this year. I hate doing that, but that's life. I sold them for $25 each last year, so now I raised it to $28. Like, it's not like a huge jump, it's just $3, but we'll see if it affects the sales at all. I'm hoping it doesn't affect the sales too much because for the amount of time that they take, I feel like $25 wasn't even enough last year. So anyways, raise it to $28 and we will see. I do have quite a few in my inventory still. Now for axolotls, I don't know about you guys, these sold really well for me like 2 years ago, and then now it just kind of like the sales for these are kind of going downhill. I don't know if the hype for the axolotls is over, but I'm still keeping them in stock just in case because there was a few markets that I decided, oh, I won't even make axolotls because they haven't been selling, and then there was one person that goes, hey, do you have an axolotl? So I'm like, I should have had some. So that's why I made some. So I have one big one here. That is my own pattern that you can find on my Etsy and coffee shop. It is a no-sew pattern, and they actually work out pretty quickly. So I made one big one in these two pink colors. And now I have 4 small axolotls because, of course, with the bigger ones are a little bit more expensive, so I like to have smaller ones that are a little cheaper. So this one is like a different pink than the other ones, but still like a light pink. So I have 4 of these. I just freehand them, but it's like based on my axolotl pattern that's bigger. Sometimes, like I used to make the smaller ones with the same pattern as the big axolotl, but I made them with acrylic yarn so that way they came out smaller. But I don't really like doing that because it takes the same amount of time just to get a smaller product that you're going to sell for less. So anyways, I started just making them smaller with the same yarn and they take less time. So I just freehanded like the smaller ones, but it's basically the same concept as the big one. Now for turtles. So I got 2 different size turtles. So I guess we can start with the bigger one. So just 2 different pinks. I actually hand painted the safety eyes because I didn't have any that were the right color for this turtle. So I just painted them and I think they're super cute. So I just freehand these turtles. So I got the big one here. And I also have the smaller one. I didn't hand paint these eyes. They were like already like that. This is actually with the same 2 yarns I used for that giant jellyfish. So they match. Someone might buy the 2 together, probably not, but I just thought this was like a really cute color for a sea turtle. So again, I just freehand the turtles, same as the big one basically. So yeah, I got these 2 sea turtles. Next, I have 4 chubby bunnies. So I got 3 white ones and 1 light pink one. So I'm just going to show you one of each color. This is the light pink one, and they have like a pom-pom tail, which I think is super cute. And I got 3 of these white ones. Again, they have a pom-pom tail. This is actually my own pattern. It was just released not too long ago, so they're perfect for spring and Easter, and I'm sure they're going to do well like year-long, but probably mostly around Easter time. But they work up very quickly, and they're super cute. So I have 4 of these guys total. Next, I have 2 hot dogs. I put them in this basket because they're just super cute. So this is my own pattern that you can find on my Etsy and coffee shop. These have been super popular last year. They were definitely one of my best sellers in 2024. And I only started making them like halfway through the year, and they were definitely a bestseller. And I do sell them like with the basket. Like I usually only put 1 per basket like this, and I display them like this on my table. And then when people are like interested in the hot dogs, I always tell them that the basket is included, and sometimes that's just the last thing they need to hear before they say I'm buying it. That's it. So, but just to show you guys, I just put the 2 in the 1 basket. But I get the baskets on Amazon, and the napkin thing here I also get on Amazon. They come in big packs, so sometimes I'll order just like 1 pack of the napkins because they come in packs of like 100 or 200 sometimes. And the baskets usually come in packs of 50, so for 1 pack of napkins, I get 2 packs of baskets, and they usually last me a little while, but with how the hot dogs have been selling, sometimes I need to order more quite often. Now for bees. So I have 4 mini bees. I'm trying to hold all of them at the same time, but it's a little bit hard. So I did send quite a few of these with my mom for the event she's going to be doing, because she said bees sold pretty well at the events that she did. So I have 4 mini bees here, and I have 2 bigger bees. So these are super cute. I use different sized eyes for these 2. This one has a little bit bigger eyes, this one has a little bit smaller eyes, but they're still super cute. So I have 2 big bees and 4 small bees. So I have 5 keychains total. These were really good sellers for me in 2024, so let's hope they sell really well again this year. I did send, I think like 12 of them with my mom for the event that she's doing, but I mean I had like 38 of them to start with, so I still had quite a few left, and then I made more. So I have 3 that are just this light blue, and then 1 is this dark blue. It kind of matches my sweater. And this one is green and light blue because I started making it green and then I ran out of yarn and I literally have no more of that yarn, so I had to use the light blue. But sometimes when I make things like this, I think, oh, it's not really cute because it's like different colors like that. But sometimes that's what people like. They see all of the other ones that are like just one color and they pick the one that's a little odd, that's different, so that's nice. Now I have 3 just little mini plushies that all go in the same basket. So I have 2 mini octos and 1 mini whale. So the mini octos here are actually my own tutorial. It's the same as the octopus keychains I just showed you guys, but different yarns, so that's why they come out different sizes. But the tutorial is on my YouTube channel in the tutorials playlist, and it is the chunky octo tutorial. If you use burnout blanket yarn, they're going to come out bigger like in the tutorial, but if you use acrylic yarn or velvet yarn that's the same size as acrylic, like a weight 4, they're going to come out the same size as the keychains. And this yarn is Premier just chenille from Dollar Tree, so they come out a size about like in between the two. This one has embroidered eyes. They're a little bit harder to see, but these ones go in the same basket as the mini whales. This one is also a tutorial on my channel, and if you want the written pattern, it's also on my Etsy and coffee shop. It's very cheap, guys. But if you don't want to pay for anything, you can go watch the tutorial. It's completely free for you guys to watch. So that is also on my YouTube channel. And these all go in the same basket because they're all $8 each or 2 for $15. So I just put them all together, and people like to pick and choose different plushies that they get to mix and match. So that's really fun for them. Next, I have 2 little frogs. Of course, these are based on the original Leggy Frog pattern. I just freehand them. I don't use the pattern, but they are based on that pattern. So if you're looking for a pattern for these guys, just go get the original one or just freehand them if you can. These also go in the same basket as the mini octos and mini whales because they have that same deal with them. So I like to just have mini plushies that have a deal. So people, let's say a family with 2 kids comes to my booth and they say, okay, you can pick like one small thing. And it's just, parents like to have a deal when they buy 2 things. So they just tell their kids pick one each from that basket, and that way they get a little deal. People like that. So these little frogs go in that same basket too. Lastly, I got a bunch of orange cats that I made with the same ball of yarn. So we'll just start with the biggest one. He's a pretty chunky one. I really like it. I think the eyes are just super cute. So yeah, I just freehanded this guy, but there's a bunch of like loaf cat patterns out there. So got this big one. This is the smallest one that I have. It was just the leftover yarn, that's all I could make, so I made a tiny little cat. I will just show you guys the size difference. So that's the little one, also just freehanded. And then I got 4 like medium-sized cats, I guess. I will just show you guys one. So all 4 of these, they're all this size, but they have different eyes, but only 3 of them will be coming to the market, and only 3 of them have been added to my inventory because one of them, probably this one, I don't know. This is like different eyes again, and this one also has different eyes. Tail's not sticking up. So I got 2 with eyes like this. One of them I will keep aside because I will give it to my cousin's girlfriend. They have an orange cat, and for Christmas, I just asked everybody at the family gathering what they wanted me to crochet for them. She said nothing, but I was like, oh, you have an orange cat. So I crocheted her a little orange cat that looks like her cat. So I will keep it aside, and I will give it to her next time I see her. So only 3 of the medium cats will be coming to the event with me tomorrow. So that's it for all the stuff that I crocheted since I think that was like Tuesday. So now I need to put price tags on all of those items, and I need to pack them into my tote bins of inventory. Honestly, I'm not sure it's all gonna fit in the bins, so I might have to use like a Walmart bag or something. But anyways, I will put price tags on all of that, and I will try to do a little time lapse of that for you guys. So that's kind of some market prep that I need to do, and there will be more after, but first I want to get all of that tagged and ready. Okay, so I put price tags on all of those items and I was able to fit them all in my bins. So now I have 3 full bins of inventory, so I'm pretty happy with that. But I do hope to sell some of it tomorrow. So I always like to have a lot of inventory, but when I have low inventory, it means I sold a lot, so it's nice. But anyways, now I have to go just grab stuff from my car because there's a bunch of like display things and just a bunch of bags of stuff that I left in my car since my last market, which was literally before Christmas. So I'm gonna go get all of that, just get it all organized, basically decide what displays I'm bringing, what displays I'm not bringing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring most of it though tomorrow because I will have 2 tables, so that basically holds all of my displays. But I will just go get it all from my car and just get it all organized because it's kind of a mess in there right now. So I'm going to go get it and we will organize it together. So this is everything I brought in from my car, just a bunch of display things and some hats. So I will just go through it and decide what's coming with me tomorrow and what's not. So I'm gonna go through all of this. So I got 2 bins, one in the other. I'm gonna be bringing both of them. Everything is a mess right now, like all of this, because my last event was before Christmas, and a bunch of people helped me pack up because we were kind of all trying to get out of there because it was so cold. So other vendors helped me pack up, and I wasn't gonna tell them, oh no, that doesn't go there, because I have a certain way of packing things up every other time, but they were trying to help, so I wasn't gonna tell them, like, don't put that there or something like that. So everything is just unorganized right now, so that's why I just have to go through it, make sure everything is here, and I make sure I have everything I need tomorrow. So, this bag has a bunch of stuff too. Like this little Christmas tree that I normally use to, like, it obviously, like, looks better when you put all the branches out and stuff, but I use it to display my ornaments around Christmas time, but it's obviously not Christmas anymore, so I'm not gonna bring it. So I'm just gonna put this away for now, because I won't be bringing it. I will be bringing my keychain rack, so I will put this over here or something. I'm looking for my disclaimers right now that I usually put at the bottom of this bin. I have two. One of them just says that my items are made in a pet-friendly home, so allergens could be present. As you can see, all my yarn is in this room where I only allow one pet in here and he doesn't shed, but still, I like to have that disclaimer there anyways because I usually crochet out in the living room where all the other pets are. And the other disclaimer is just saying that plastic safety eyes are not actually safe for babies, so, you know, just to let them know that embroidered eyes or faces are better and more recommended for younger kids. So anyways, I have those two that I'm just looking for right now because I always put them at the bottom of this bin so they don't get all like wrinkled up. I think I see them. So I got them here. They're like laminated and stuff. So I will put both of them at the bottom here. And I will put this bin in here. I usually put other stuff in this little gap too. That's what I mean. I have like a whole routine and stuff. But I wasn't going to tell people, yeah, no, that's not what I do. Like, do it differently. So I just kind of let it happen. And now I just have to go through it all. So this is my price thing for keychains. That is one of the things I put in this gap. So I'll just put it here. I'm actually not sure where the other one is. I don't know. The other one is basically the same thing as this, like it opens up like this. It's the same thing, except it just says pay here, thank you, and it has the square sticker, like, you know, when you get a Square reader and they send you like stickers, and it's just to let people know that I do accept like credit and debit cards. So I'm gonna have to look for that. But yeah, I'll keep going through some of this. I can do a little time lapse because I don't think you guys really need to see me going through all of this in real time. So I will do a little time lapse of me just going through this, organizing it, and I will talk to you guys after. Okay, so I have this display thing. It's kind of broken at some places. If I can get to Dollarama today to get another one, I will try to do that. But if not, I mean, it's not like I'm putting anything super like heavy on there. It's still pretty like, it's not gonna break if I do that. So yeah, I might still use it tomorrow because it is a very nice display, and it was at Dollarama for like $4.50 or something, so that's pretty good. But obviously it's not the best quality because it was at Dollarama for $4.50. But it's still holding together. So I got this one, and I also have this metal display, which I'm gonna try to take this off because this is what I put those items in that are $8 each or 2 for $15, and I usually put the mini whales and mini octos up here, and then all the little frogs and some odd little things that are the same price down here. And then I have this here, but it just keeps folding. Every time we like put it away, it always folds. So I'm gonna try something new. So I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna try to print another one like this on like cardstock, and I don't know, I'm gonna try to like put duct tape all at the back, that way you won't see it. But I want to put duct tape at the back, that way we can tape it for the events and then just untape it, but there's still the duct tape, so it's not gonna like damage the paper itself. And we can just like tape it and untape it for every event. That way it won't get damaged every time we put it away. So I don't know if that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try that because this one looks horrendous. There's so much tape on here. It's actually gross. But yeah, so I will just get on my laptop and make another one and print it. And we will try that tomorrow to like tape it and untape it at the end. And then that way I can keep it safe in those wooden crates, kind of where I put those disclaimers. So we will try that for tomorrow. So I printed this on cardstock. The only cardstock I have is pink because Michael's was out of the white one and they didn't even have purple. I wanted to get like, if not white, then at least like a light purple because I used this cardstock for my tags for my items in consignment stores, but they didn't have white or light purple, so I guess I just took light pink. I don't know. They were really low on literally every color, so I just took light pink. I think it's still cute, so yeah, light pink is just gonna have to do it. So I'm just gonna cut here. That is crooked, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to get this kind of straight. I feel like I made it worse. Oh no, that's better. Okay, I'm just gonna cut on the sides a little bit. I feel like it's just crooked every time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I can't seem to get this right. I don't think anybody's gonna really pay attention to that, but still. Okay, now I just need to cut a little bit off the top. Perfect. So this is the sign. So I'm gonna put duct tape literally all over the back. This way it's gonna strengthen the paper too, because like it is cardstock, but it's still flimsy. So I'm gonna put duct tape at the back, and then tomorrow I'm gonna try to bring just like Scotch tape and just like tape it. I don't even know. Once I have duct tape at the back, I'm gonna kind of show you guys what I mean. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try. Okay, so this is what the front looks like, literally the same. And then the back is just duct tape, so it is like stronger a little bit. But what I will try to do tomorrow is I will bring like Scotch tape and I will try to tape it like this and just put the Scotch tape back here like this or something. And then at the end of the event, I can just take the Scotch tape out and put this somewhere where it's not going to get damaged and just do the same for my other events. So I don't know. So I will put this somewhere where it won't get damaged, like with my disclaimers or something, and we will try that tomorrow. So I just found this bag with more market things. This was just like behind all of these bins. So I have this display thing that my aunt actually gave me, and she found it in her basement. I think it was like a bathroom thing to put like soaps or something, but it is very nice. Like I put plushies at the top here, and then I put them in here, and it's like slanted. The only thing I dislike about it though is this bar here. I would have to like almost cut it off because I can put plushies here and people can see them, but they can't grab them. So I try not to put things like, the things I put here are normally things that like people aren't as interested in normally, but sometimes people want to see them, so I just take them out from the back for them. But I will bring it tomorrow because I will have 2 tables, so I will have room for it. But it is not like my first choice of display thing. Like when I only have 1 table, I don't bring it because I just prefer to use other displays. But I will have room for it tomorrow, so I will bring that. In this bag, I also have this that I was looking for. So I will pack this one up too. I also have my little QR code with my logo and everything. So when someone scans this QR code, it just brings them to my link tree. So there you literally have everything, all my social medias, my YouTube channel, my coffee shop, my Etsy shop, literally everything. So I like to have this because I don't carry business cards anymore. I just have this. People can take a picture of it or they can scan it right there. And yeah, so I have that. I also have this little canvas thing that says I accept, why isn't this thing? That says I accept cash, debit, and credit, so that's nice. I will be bringing that. I also have my little pet section, I guess. I only have one pack of catnip toys, but I have a bunch of poop bag holders for dogs where you can open the button and you can change like the roll of poop bags when it's empty, but it comes with this full roll. So I have quite a few of these. And I only have one pack of catnip toys, but this is, I actually didn't know where this was for a little bit, so it's nice that I found it. So I'll be bringing this because I will have the room for it. And lastly in here is my dish scrubbies. I don't have that many left because I'm not making more as they sell because they do not sell well for me. They're just little dish scrubbies. I literally have them at $1 each and they're still not selling. Like at this point, obviously at $1 I'm not making like money for my time that it took me to make them, but I've made these years ago and they are not selling, so I just want to get rid of them. So I will have them again at $1 each and hope that I can get rid of them. Now let's go through this bag, which is what I bring my paper bags in, like when people buy usually more than one item or like a bigger item, I offer them a bag to bring that item with them so they don't like drop it or anything. And I also have some clear bags because I like to have clear bags for when people buy things and I give them a clear bag. It's basically free advertising for me because now they walk around with it and everybody sees what they bought. And if someone sees in their bag an interesting plushie that they might be interested in, well, they see that it's somewhere around here. So anyways, I have those. I have a lot of things in here. So, yeah, I got smaller clear bags too, which I will be bringing. I just have a lot of things in here that I no longer use. So I got lots of paper bags in here. I also have these. I usually like cut it in half for mystery bags. And I also like all of my bags have my logo on it, except for the ones that I would use to make mystery bags. So I think these three don't have any sticker on it with my logo. I mean, I only have 2 of these to make mystery bags. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make mystery bags. They sell okay for me, but I find a lot of people like to know what they're buying, so I don't know. I have it there in case I say, oh, maybe I should make mystery bags. I'm all out of them now. Maybe I'm gonna make more. I don't know. More plastic bags. I have one very big paper bag. I just have it folded because it's just like way too big. And then I have some like medium ones-ish. They can hold like a big enough plushie. And then I have this little display thing. I might just put it in a bag here so I can bring it tomorrow. I got my Scotch tape in here. I have these little bags. They came in like a bath bomb kit when I was younger. I don't know why I still have these, but I offer them for very small items. I think I only have like 4 left. Let's say someone buys like 2 keychains, but they don't want to hold them. I can offer them a bag like this instead of giving them a whole paper bag for 2 keychains. Like, it's still kind of a waste of a bag at that point, but I got these for free in a little kit that I had when I was younger. So anyways, I only have 4 of them left, so whoever wants them can have them. Another little thing here. I guess I can pack it up. If I don't use it, I don't use it, but I can always just bring it. I have stickers with my logo. I mean, I don't know, it's just nice to have. So I will put those back. Another clear bag. I have a bag of little stickers that I like to add to my mystery bags. So I will just keep those here. Another thing of Scotch tape and blank price tags, which I've been looking for these for so long. So cool that I found these. And the rest of the stuff in here is like an empty water bottle, a pen, and a bunch of like little pieces of yarn. So I'm just going to empty that out and put all these bags and stuff back in there. So this is what will be coming with me tomorrow, I guess for display things. There's other display things too, but this is what I got from my car. This black bag is not display things. It's just a bunch of winter hats, which I will definitely be bringing. And there's a baby blanket at the bottom there too that my grandma knitted, and she wants me to sell it for her. So I always bring it to my markets with me. Of course, when there's no other vendor that sells anything like that. Because I don't make baby blankets. But anyways, so we got that crate over there, a few bags. I will be bringing that teal little shelf thing. Yeah, so I will start loading my car. Okay, so like I just said, I will start loading my car. I think everything is ready. So, of course, I have to start by putting the tables in the car, which is always the hardest thing. But anyways, I will go... I just dropped my water bottle. I will go start to put the tables in the car, and I will go struggle to bring them up the stairs and outside, but let's go do that together. So I showed you guys the car all loaded, so I put everything in the car except for 2 bags because there's still stuff that I didn't pack yet, I guess, but it's basically just like my square machine that I have to charge, and I'm still hoping to crochet tonight, so everything I crochet tonight I will put in one of those 2 bags that isn't in the car yet, and I'm just gonna grab those tomorrow when I go to the event to go set up. So everything is ready. I literally just need to plug in my square, make sure I have enough like change and cash. Yeah, that's basically it. So it's like not even 4 p.m. so I will go crochet and just do what I normally do. And I will show you guys everything that I crocheted tonight, and I will pack it up for tomorrow. So I will talk to you guys later. Alright, so it's about 8:30 p.m. so I will show you guys what I crocheted so far. So I just made a bunch of tiny little plushies. So I made 5 mini whales and 5 mini octos. I'm trying to hold all of them. They're just like a bunch of different colors. My plan was not to make this many little mini plushies, but as I was crocheting some of them, my cat fell asleep on my foot, and I didn't want to move and wake him up. I did want to come get more yarn to make something else, but I didn't want to wake him up because he looked so comfy. So I ended up moving anyways because I really had to go pee. But anyways, he didn't move. He's still sleeping, so it's fine. But yeah, so I have 5 mini octos and 5 mini whales. So I will just put these in a bag that I'm going to bring tomorrow, and I will grab something else to crochet because I'm not going to bed yet. So I will find something else to crochet until I go to bed. Alright, so it's pretty late now, so I just made another octopus like this with acrylic yarn, and then I watched TV and ate popcorn for a while. So I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm just gonna put a price tag on this guy tomorrow morning. I only need to be there like at 12-ish to start setting up, and it's literally like 5 minutes from my house, like not even. So I don't need to leave super early, and I'm gonna be up for a little bit. So um, I will just put a price tag on this guy tomorrow before we leave. I don't know what time I'm gonna get up exactly, but I'm gonna have enough time. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday morning. I got up not long ago. I just like fed my dogs and brought them out and everything. And while I brought them out, I realized really how cold it was. I mean, I knew it was gonna be cold, but I also like didn't wear a coat when I brought them out. I just went with like my sweater. But anyways, it's absolutely freezing. We use Celsius degrees here, so I'm just gonna say it in Celsius. If you use Fahrenheit, just Google it or something. I don't know. I don't know how to use Fahrenheit. So right now it is minus 19 degrees Celsius. Feels like minus 28 degrees Celsius because of like the wind and stuff. So it's freezing. I mean, I've seen cold like that before, but not to go stand in the cold outside for hours. But anyways, we're going anyways. What's frustrating though is that yesterday it was like plus 1 degrees Celsius, like the snow was like melting, and tomorrow and Monday is gonna be the same, like it's gonna be like 1 degrees and it's gonna be melting and stuff. I don't know what happened to today, but anyways, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna dress really, really warm and do what I can. I don't know. It's probably gonna be the same as last year though, that there's not going to be so many people because it's going to be so cold. So anyways, we're going to do what we can. So I'm not going to put the price tag on that octopus that I made last night right now because it's still pretty early, so I can still crochet some more before we go. So I'm just going to go have some coffee and breakfast and crochet some more, and then I'm going to update you guys on everything I crocheted before we leave, and of course I'm going to need to put price tags on those items. Alright, so I just finished this turtle. It's super cute. So I need to put a price tag on this one and on the octopus I made last night. And I have to start getting ready. I still didn't eat anything, so I have to eat something too. Anyways, so I will go do that, and I probably won't talk to you before we leave. So I will show you guys my setup, and I will try to update you guys over there. It's going to be super, super cold, so I'm going to try not to like just touch my phone so much because that would mean I have to take my gloves off. So I will try to update you guys as much as I can and show you guys my setup and all of that. So I will see you guys at the event. So we are at the winter festival now. So it's about 1:30. I already made my first sale and I paid off my booth fee, so that's nice. It's really, really cold, but I'm dressed really warm, as you can see. So hopefully I don't freeze too much today, and hopefully I can make some more sales. Alright guys, so I'm back home. As you can see, I was really cold. My face is still super red. I still have all my layers of clothes. I have like 4 shirts on, I think, right now, and like 4 pairs of pants on, but that's fine. I'm warming up. And I have some hot coffee here, so I'm gonna warm up while I tell you guys about today's event. So, of course, it was really, really cold, but honestly, I did pretty decent. I'm happy with what I made. And I obviously did this event last year, like I told you guys, and it was really cold last year, but I think it was colder today than it was last year. But I think there was more people this year, and more people were buying from me this year. So everything else there is free. Like there's free hot chocolate, free face painting. It's just like a fun thing that families can go and do for free. So my stuff is kind of like an extra, I guess, you know, like everything else is free. My stuff is the only thing that you need to pay for, which last year, like, it wasn't a problem, but I had a lot of kids come up to me last year and be like, are these for free? Which I had to explain to them that unfortunately they are not free. But this year I actually didn't have any of that, and so many people were happy to see my stuff and they were happy to buy from me. So I did really, really well. Considering I was there for like 4 hours and it was just so cold. So I'm really happy with how today went. So I'm going to tell you guys how much money I made and what my fees were for today. And then after all of that, I will do a breakdown of my sales. So I will tell you guys how many of each item I sold out of the amount that I brought. I will tell you guys how much I sold that item for, and I will put a picture of that item up here for you guys to see what it was. So I will start by telling you guys how much I made. So I made a total of $281 in sales today. The booth fee was only $20, so that's awesome. The square fees were $3.19, so that leaves me with a total profit of $257.81. So honestly, for a 4-hour event where I was not expecting to make that much, honestly, I'm really happy with that. So like I said, I wasn't really expecting to make that much because last year I didn't make nowhere near as much as I did today. And the reason I do this event, I know I'm not going to make like hundreds of dollars. Like, I know I'm not going to get rich off these events. But I do them because they're just really so close to where I live. So first of all, that's a plus. I don't need to leave super early. And the gas to get there is like basically nothing. And also it's organized by the community. So it's basically just like a neighborhood event. So I think it's just really good to get my business out in the neighborhood where I live. That way, even though people might not even buy from me at that event, they know I'm in the neighborhood. So it's just nice to get my name out and my business out where I live, to my neighbors, to the people just so close to us. I think that that's really important. Even if people aren't necessarily buying, they just know I'm in the neighborhood, and it's just good to get my business name in the neighborhood. So now for the breakdown. So I started with 10 small bees, and I sold 2 of them for $12 each. I started with 2 regular sea turtles, and I sold 1 for $25. I started with 12 chickens, and I sold 1 for $18. I started with 1 regular size jellyfish, just not a giant jellyfish basically, and I sold it for $24. I started with 31 keychains and I sold 7 of them for $8 each. I started with 2 medium skulls and I sold 1 for $20. I was actually really happy to sell 1 because I made all the skulls for a Day of the Dead event that I did last year, and I didn't sell that many at that specific event, so now I'm just stuck with a bunch of skulls, so I was happy to sell 1. I started with 8 mini dinos, and I sold 2 of them for $12 each. I started with 8 mini turtles, and I sold 1 for $12. I started with 7 chunky octos, and I sold 3 of them for $10 each. I started with 13 mini octos, and I sold 1 for $8. I started with 5 small sea turtles, and I sold 2 of them for $18 each. And lastly, I started with 12 mini whales, and I sold 1 for $8. So that's a total of 23 items that sold total. So I'm really happy with that. So I'm really happy. Like, in all honesty, I did not think today was going to be that good. But I think people are starting to know me around here. There was a few people that said, like, oh, I saw you last year at this event. It's nice to see you again here. My voice is doing something weird. One lady, she was actually the person that bought the first things from me. She actually bought 4 keychains, and she bought a small bee from me last year. So it was nice to have some returning customers that bought stuff from me last year. And yeah, it was just a nice experience overall. I mean, yes, I literally froze, but there was hot chocolate, So that was nice. My grandparents came for a little visit to say hi because they were in town anyways. I mean, they live pretty close, but they were in this neighborhood anyways to go see my aunt. So they came by to say hi, and they brought me little like hot things to put in my boots because my feet were frozen. They didn't really help, but the thought was nice. So it was nice to see them a little bit too. It was just nice to be out and see people from the neighborhood, things like that. I like getting my name out in the neighborhood because now whenever there's more events, they always reach out to me and say, hey, would you like to be a vendor at this event? Because they know I'm around and they know I like to be a vendor at these kinds of events. So it was just really fun overall. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned and subscribe because I have another event next Sunday. So the video will only come out either Sunday night or Monday morning because I will have to edit it after the event. But it's next Sunday, so definitely stay tuned to see another market video like this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!